Morning. So today I am going to take you through a drainage system where we're having new gutters put on the house, but I am moving downspouts and taking the water off my property. Not off my property, just to a different area. Everyone's going to have comments about you should have done this. And I agree that you can do it any way you want. Like at the beach house, we have underground main drain systems that take the water to the thing. Then in the backyard, we have an open French drain system, which has perforated pipe and has gravel on top. This one I did a little bit differently because I want some of this water that's coming out of this to get into the ground to this new grass over here. I don't want to necessarily have a solid closed pipe. So I used, they're called sewage pipes, which have a few holes drained on the one side of them on the bottom. So I'll walk you through what we did today, just show you. It's kind of fun. Actually, Ryan killed himself digging it, but we're going to move the rainwater off our property because we consistently have so much water issues, so many water issues back here. So hold on. Hey guys, don't forget all the lawn guides are out, so get them. The cool season lawn guides, the Bermuda lawn guide, the Zoysia lawn guide, they're up. They have calendars on them. They're up all the time. You don't need to sign up. We just leave them up. You don't need to download an app. Just use them. It walks you through the entire year, every step, and shows you all the products you need. Get it? So let me explain what's going on here. We had new seamless gutters. Watch that video. I posted it yesterday. New seamless gutters all the way around the house, but we had so many downspouts that I wanted to just do two. Let me show you here. I just wanted two exits. So I have one exit here for this whole roof. And then over here, we have one exit over here for this whole roof. Some people may say that's not enough downspouts for the water. Well, down at the beach house, the entire house has gutters on it, and we took it down to just the front. We had all that water from the whole house taken to the front because we had to carry it out underground to the city, to the main line to meet code. It was crazy. So I've done some experimenting with this and how much water you can carry. It's a bunch of different stuff. Anyways, so this is a little swell right here in front of the pool. That thing will have water 3-4 inches deep, and then it'll be mushy for 2 or 3 days afterwards. I need to get that out of here without putting in a massive drain system in here. If I could just move that water off my property and have it exit somewhere else, not off my property, but off my yard, it's just so much better of a deal. So, and then the front, we had a whole bunch of overflow on the front, had that fixed. So anyways, I'll just show you what we did, and it's working out fantastic. This back area here gets a ton of water from these downspouts, and I get a big river down in here. This fairway, you can see it's been washing out, and it's having a tough time reestablishing. So what we're doing is we've eliminated all of our downspouts on the back except for two. I have one going out that way, and then all this water is coming over here to this one downspout. Now, you can put two downspouts here if you want to have two come down right here, because that's a lot of water, but we'll be fine with one. I don't really care if it will get a little splash over here. But what we're doing is we're going to take a flexible, black flexible. We want water speed, and luckily we're all downhill here. This is all downhill. This is going to be real easy compared to some jobs. So we're just going to bury this slightly. And then Ryan is over here digging a trench. You can see the Bermuda sod over here. But Ryan is digging a trench. And we're going to take this. We're going to put hard pipe in. You get this at Lowe's or Home Depot. This is just hard sewage pipe. One side is drilled. The other side is not. And the reason why I'm using this, I'll be doing it hole down so that we do get some water actually go down into this ground and keep it extra wet. Jack Russell helping. We're just taking a spade, we're just cutting out the sod, and then we're going to come right between these two boxes. We're going to come right between these two boxes, and we're going to go right under the fence over here. That water will then go all the way down this fence line and go out back. You can actually come in and cut this way if you want to. Okay, so one thing we're doing is we are stacking our sod over here And then any of the excess dirt, we're putting in a wheelbarrow because you've got to get this out of here. What's wrong with your eye? Come here, I'm gonna rub it.
Probably got dirt in it, trying to scrounge around for worms.
Get dirt in it. You better now? You all better? You old dog. All right, so here's what we got. This area in here never gets any heavy traffic. So I'm fine with this plastic flex pipe. This is a solid, by the way, it's not a perf pipe. Then what I'm doing is I'm just sliding that into the sewage pipe, and the holes are on the bottom. And then you can see we're running that all the way down to the fence. I'm tired from watching. Dude, he's like, I'm dead.
She's about to go eat so many earthworms out of there.
All right, so now what I'm gonna do, the nice thing about this trench is, let me sort of get this is like horizon level. You can see how that all slides way down there. I mean, this is a big slope down here, which is so nice, because at the beach house we were flat and actually reverse, and we had man, it was a nightmare. So if you got a downward slope, man, carry all your water to the edge of the house that's got a downward slope, and then do something like this. You don't have to do it exactly. So what we're going to do now is I bought a bunch of sand. I want to put a little bit of sand in here, and the reason being is what I want to do is I want to bring that sand up to about here, so that we don't have to try and shape all this sod. I want to make it kind of flat with the sand, so we can just cut the sod and put it back on top. Thing that's important not to do is not to move this pipe and work the sand anymore. And the reason being is if you move that pipe, if you move this pipe and sand gets under it, it's going to float up. And you can't get it back down without digging the whole pipe back out again. So it's very careful. Don't mess with your pipe. Don't make your pipe go up and down. Just bring sand. We're just bringing sand just a little ways here, so that when we put our sod on here, we don't have these big gaps on either side.
Pretty much dump it on the pipe and let it disperse.
Yeah, just dump it on the pipe and let it go to the side. Whew, man, this is too much like work. This is funny. Look at this. You know, we've been putting down humichar for 2 years now. And look at that. So this is what our soil normally looks like right there. And then see, all of a sudden it starts to get dark, 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 dark. That is really cool. So that right there is loaded with carbon. After 2 years, that first 2 inches is heavy carbon. And then we go back to our normal red, which is right there. That is too cool. Oh, dude, this is an ass whipping. So, doesn't look too bad. We're cutting and shaping the sod. We've got this all filled back in now. And then we just have that to go over there.
nice. Pretty good from here.
So the girls are out here helping. Cassie, you're gonna get your paw slammed. Move. Linda, where's your hawk vest? You're supposed to have a hawk vest on. I guess we're out here, it's okay. So I gotta say, that looks really good right in here, especially. Main thing being, this is where we ride the riding lawnmower out of here. That's my concern, or if someone brings a piece of equipment. And then here's what we've got at the end. We decided we've got the white pipe here, and then we put black pipe, and we're going under the fence with black. And then let me show you what it looks like under the fence. Man, this has worked out so much better than I anticipated. It was a lot of work, dude. Ryan's gonna go home and die. Hit subscribe because you're gonna see the fence be stained if you're a subscriber. If you ain't a subscriber, you can't see the fence being stained. So this, you can see that this is just a trashy area behind the fence. Got a black piece of pipe shooting it out here, and it'll all run down here. Perfect. Well, apparently we had some pretty heavy winds and some heavy storms last night, about 2 a.m. I didn't wake up, but the wife did. She said I had to turn my TV up. So what's good about this is I used to have a ton of runoff down here, and this whole area after a storm like this, I would walk through here and my feet would go slush, slush, slush after a storm like we had last night. So let's see how we did. Much better. I could, if I did that before, water would just come soaking out of here, and now I don't have that issue. I am a happy person. I am very happy. Let's just walk over and see what happened here. And then we still have work to do here. We're still going to do some covering up. And this is where, so we left it corrugated here because no one ever walks over here. And you know, if we ever want to put a rain barrel over here or catch system, you know, for the gardens. And this is the piping over here. There's Linda's hawk. Let's look over here. Yeah, and you can see that, man, there was a ton of water just pouring out of that. You can see actually that tube didn't take it all, and you can see there was so much water flowing out of here that it actually went around the tube there. So this was not an easy fix, I will say that. It was not expensive. You know, I maybe $150 worth of stuff we had to buy. But I gotta say this, I've been wanting to do this forever. I've been putting it off because it is a tough, back-breaking job. I mean, it is a full day, if not 2-day project. And it was a butt breaker. I hope Ryan's okay. I know he was sore. But one thing that I did notice is I don't have these tiger stripes from our clippings. So I don't have that massive runoff. And let me show you what I mean. So I have not moved this rainwater system over here yet. And I want you to see something. See all these tiger stripes? That's telling me this is what happens. You get this big washout here, and this water all comes down here, and then it flows down here. So what we have to do now is we have to figure out, okay, how do we take all this water and get it through over here, which is going to be a nightmare. So what we may end up having to do is we may end up having to take it, go underground here, and like go over this way, because it's too much uphill this way. So we're picking our battles, and that's one thing I think is important. Look at the layout of the land and don't fight the land, use the land. So instead of going uphill here, we're going to allow it to maybe come downhill and take it off this way somehow. So just use your land, use the contour of your land, but get that excess flow off your property. You'll be amazed at what a difference it made back here. It's huge. I've taken this entire side, which had water problems, and that's gone. I still have a little bit on this side I got to worry about. Anyways, just a fun little project. Hope it helped. Hit subscribe, get the lawn guide, and pretty soon we got a bunch of stuff we're doing. We got so many projects. I think I'll show you the new Ratio controller I got out back. We got to stain the fence, a whole bunch of stuff. Later, Doc.